Welcome to Do the Dream TV. And my name is Kathy B. And this is a TV show, a podcast, whatever, however you get to view it, that's what it's called. And we are celebrating people helping people. We are a heart-centered community, which means we want to help you. We want to hear about your dreams. We want to hear about your goals. And everybody, I believe, has a gift. So with your gift, you're able to share that with others. And when you are sharing your gift, you're actually helping other people. And we dive a little deeper in some of the things that I do. But this portion of it is to introduce you to people I've met, or people I haven't met, or people I'm going to meet that have interesting stories that they want to share with you. And today we have a fabulous guest, and her name is Lois Hardy. Lois, welcome to Do the Dream TV.
Thank you, Kathy B.
I want to start off by you telling us about who you are and what you do and who you serve.
Yes, I went to a really nice church, and I did a lot through my church. And as a little girl, at first, I did some things too. My first thing I ever did is I sang on stage, and I sang what was called the Boll Weevil song. I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I was kind of scared my first time being up in front of people, and I just told myself, look at the light. Do not look at the people, so you don't get nervous.
Lois, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Where did you sing that song?
I was in Santa Ana, California, at my elementary school. And that's where I sang that at, when we had our talent show.
Do you still remember it, the Boll Weevil?
The Boll Weevil song. The Boll Weevil is a little black bug, comes from Mexico, they say. Comes all the way from Texas. Just to the... Can't remember the rest of it. That's all I remember of it now. Oh, man.
That was your first performance.
That was my first performance. Yes. That was so funny. So, yeah.
And people enjoyed hearing it. You get the applause. And
I got applause. I did get applause and everything. Yep.
And you got the bug.
Yeah. That was a funny one. But yeah, I was in a passion play too for Easter. And the show ran for 2 weeks. And it was in around Pasadena area. It was a huge auditorium. It filled up like 3,000 people in there. It had a stage and it had wings on both sides of the stage. It was huge. And I played the mother of a child who died. And I had to go in front of Jesus and ask Jesus to please bring her back to me. And I did have an understudy, but she quit. And one time I had to go on the stage, and I was very sick, and I was hoarse. And they only had so many microphones, so I had to go on stage without a microphone. And I had to talk really loud, make sure we could hear me. And so I lost my voice. And the doctor told me for about 3 months afterwards, I couldn't talk, couldn't sing. I had to rest my voice for 3 months. And even after that, every time I got in the choir and would sing, if I tried to do the high notes because I was a soprano, my voice would crack. So any of the high notes I could not sing. I would have to just lip sync those parts.
And that hurt too. When you're a performer, you really and truly enjoy it. And
oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can remember getting a cold and just being upset for not being able to perform the way. And as a professional singer singing all over the country, I can remember having laryngitis one time at one of the performances, and it was horrible because people expected you. Expected to hear you sing at a certain level, and you just couldn't produce. So what did you do?
Well, I just had to rest my voice.
Mm.
So, and like I said, if it cracked, I'm still cracking. I would just have to lip sync the high voice parts and not be able to do them. And people used to always say that I always had a smile on my face.
Ah.
I always sang with my heart. So, yeah, I always put my all into everything I do.
As when you were a teacher too, am I
I
right?
was a teacher. I taught 4-year-olds,
4-year-olds.
and
Is that kindergarten or what is that?
it's preschool. Preschool,
Preschool.
yeah. And it was great. I loved it. And we would do stories when our story time came. And after I told the story, we would actually act out the stories in
Oh,
class. And
wow.
each of the kids got to take turns doing the parts. And I tried to make sure that everybody got a turn that wanted to turn.
Now
And,
that helps the kids in many, many levels. It
mm-hmm,
really does, because you're using the creative, and then of course you're using both sides of the brain where you have to use the left side too, and then
exactly.
teamwork. Teamwork.
And they get to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was fun. And I always did voices when I did the parts, when I did
Oh,
stories. I always did voices. The children love that.
but and so you caught their attention. They
Mm-hmm.
they paid attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And how many years did you do that, Lois?
I did that for 20 years.
20 years.
It was such a blessing.
Yes. Do you have children?
I have 2 daughters.
Daughters?
Yeah, two
Do they
daughters.
sing or?
My one daughter, Christina, she can sing. She does acting. Matter of fact, today she's doing a Verizon commercial.
Oh, well, very good. Something we will see then, right?
I'm hoping if she,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
those are
hoping.
hey, those are you get paid when those
Yeah,
commercials show,
yeah, she's supposed to call me and let me know how it goes for her.
Is she in Southern California?
She's in Southern California,
Okay. Okay.
and my grandson, one of my grandsons, with her, when he was young, he was in the crowd in Stuart Little.
Oh, okay.
I took both of my grandsons because I raised one of my grandsons, and we took them to South Coast Plaza one year,
Oh, yeah.
and they had a talent show there, and they were looking for children for doing movies and shows. And Zachary, my other grandson, he couldn't keep his eye off the camera. And I kept telling him, Zach, you can't look at the camera. You're supposed to be doing parts, not look at the camera. My grandson, he was a natural. He did exactly the parts, didn't look at the camera, just did what he was supposed to do. Just natural. So guess which one got picked?
One that kept looking at the camera.
Nope, not the one that looked at the camera, the
So
other
it was
one.
the other one. Okay, the right one got picked.
Yeah, because he was natural.
Wow. Is he acting today?
No, he went to college
Hmm.
and he took courses in natural resource sustainability.
Oh, very
So
good.
he started his own business up in Oregon, and he actually sold the business to his partner because they were having struggles getting personalities. So he sold it to him, and so he got out of that, and he's doing something else now. But he's a very smart, sharp boy. So he's doing very well.
You are located right now. I've got something in my eye. This is live. This part's live. You are located in, let's see, I want to say in Nevada.
Correct. We're up in Reno, Nevada.
You know,
We're up north from there in Cold Springs.
and the we part of this story is you married a friend of mine who is an
Yeah.
actor, a producer. He doesn't want to go by comic, but oh my gosh, he's funny, he's warm, he's a director. I've
He
worked
is.
with Tom Hardy for many, many years. Tell me about you and Tom, how you got together and
Well, we lived in a senior apartment complex together, and he just got out of a bad marriage, and I was a widow. So, and I wasn't even looking for anybody at the time, and I don't think he was either.
Oh.
But the people there in the community liked him, they liked me. And one day I was just walking by, and one of the girls there, Maggie, she says, "You know what?" She says, "You need to give Tom a hug." And she pushed me into his lap.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
Oh. And Tom said, "My birthday's coming up, and I don't want to go alone. Would you like to go with me?" And I said, "Sure." And we've been together ever since.
Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. And then you work together as well. You
Mhm.
told me that you were on a cruise ship
Yes,
and you
yeah,
did
we did the Shenanigans news.
Shenanigans.
Yeah,
Wow, you did the news.
yeah.
See, Tom had a little show a big show where he had all
Mhm.
these actors and people, and they would do shenanigans, and it was just wonderful. And part of it, one of the parts was the news. It was
Yeah,
hilarious news,
yeah.
different
And
kinds.
there's another funny thing about that is with Shenanigans, one of the people that did shows with him was Lon Richardson. Turned to find out that I didn't realize that he knew him, and I knew him because my best friend is his sister.
Oh my goodness, small,
I grew
small
up with
world,
them.
small world. Wow. So
Oh,
you guys are getting the act back together. You're doing some creative things together
we are.
as we speak. Tell me
Hmm.
about that.
Well, we're just looking at maybe checking in on a senior center around here and seeing if we could do a few things with them and do some acting going in and doing some things with some of the senior centers.
Now, when you do your act, it's interactive as well, right? Not
Correct.
just somebody sitting there. You actually reach out to your audience and do some different things with them.
Correct. Yeah.
Do you have a website or a way to get a hold of you?
Not yet. We still got to
Well,
work on
working
that
on that,
too.
but
Get that done.
they can watch, they can come and see the show, and as you progress and get the website to let people know,
Hmm.
you'll give me that, and I can
Yes,
add that to
definitely
the
will.
bottom of your segment here. So, because we got to get you promoted. It's all people helping people. Got to get you
That
out there.
sounds great. That sounds wonderful.
And you know, there's nothing better than laughter.
I agree.
That is what Tom is about, and it's what you're about. Because if you can laugh at things, then life is just so much easier, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So that
Yeah.
laughter and joy. If you had three words to describe Tom, what would you say?
Funny. He's very fun to be with. He has a great personality.
That's three.
Yeah,
Wow. I
yeah,
know he's kind. He's
he
very
is.
generous, and people. He's easy to work with. You know, the productions that we did together, he was always on time, always easy to work with. All the qualities that you need in someone to show up and be there.
Yeah.
And my goodness, lady. And that's if he had three things to say about you, what do you think he would say?
He'd probably say I'm fun and I'm loving and I'm easy to get along with.
There it is. Wow. And that, would you say those qualities are what makes a good marriage?
It does. It does, especially when you're understanding and you listen to each other's feelings and try to see from the other person's perspective. That's so important.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being on. Um, this is the beginning of many,
Okay.
many shows that I'm going to be doing. And maybe when you get your act done, maybe you'll come back on and do some entertaining for me. Would that be a good thing?
That sounds great. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
working on a thing called a cat call right now. It's
okay.
a monologue I'm working on.
and I can invite you to come back and share that with us. Because, see, people have dreams, and your big dream, let's just leave it with that. What is your big
Yes.
dream, Lois? What is it?
My big dream is to be able to help other people enjoy life and find what they really love to do. No matter how old you are, you don't want to ever lose being young and feeling young inside.
That's perfect. But thank you so much. Tell Tom
Oh, you're
hi.
welcome, Kathy. Okay, I sure will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you'd like to be a guest on Do the Dream TV, just click the button below and it'll take you to a site that'll give you more information. We'd love to hear about you. Thank you.